Hi ghouls, welcome back to my channel. So, I know this is like a weird setup right now. I know this is like a weird setup. I usually film by my bed. I just could not be bothered with the ring light today. I did not feel like getting it out, setting up. I'm too lazy. And it's that time of the month, so I am extra annoyed with everything today, and I just can't be bothered. So I'm filming by my vanity, and I'm sitting on my chair, and I'm using my lighty up mirror by my vanity as a ring light today. So there's that. But yeah, I have been wanting to do a movie review again for a while. My last movie review was it was 4 months ago. I had a brain fart, but yeah, this is exactly what this is, and we are reviewing 2020 2025's Companion. That came out in January. It was a January horror movie. It's a horror comedy type of horror movie. Um I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to talk about this without spoiling anything. So if you don't like spoilers, if you are not, yeah, I I recommend not watching this, because I'll try to be good. I'll try to, you know, I'll try to be, I'll try to, not give so much away, but it'll be hard, so bear with me. Also, this is my first review in 4 months, so yeah. So last night I finally watched, Companion on HBO Max, and this movie was not what I was expecting. I went into this movie fully blind. I did not watch a trailer. I saw the poster. Wasn't what I was expecting. I thought she was. This is gonna be a. This is gonna. This is another example. This is an example of a spoiler. So click off. But I thought she was possessed. I'm just gonna say that she's not possessed. But yeah, it's basically about this couple who seem normal, and they go on this little getaway with their friends, and all hell all hell breaks loose when we find out that they're that Iris, the main chick, is a robot. Yeah, and it's not like a third act reveal. Like, they reveal it pretty quickly, if you ask me, which it could be done. That's fine, but anyway, yeah, it's that's big. I try to give more of a premise. I try to give more of a premise without giving too much away, but yeah, it all hell breaks loose when we find out that Iris, the main chick on the poster, is a robot. I personally thought she was possessed, but that I didn't see a trailer. I didn't see the fucking I don't know. A lot of people were like, "Oh, the poster gave it away." Like, I'm not that smart like y'all. I thought she was possessed as hell. So that's what I thought. That was my first thought. But yeah. This movie definitely, a lot of people say this movie is kind of like Barbarian. I see that, but I also kind of don't. I feel like it gives more of a Don't Worry Darling kind of vibe, and it gives more of like the Stepford Housewives kind of vibe. Not really, but also not really, not a whole lot, but like a pinch of Stepford Housewives in it. It has more of a like a Don't Worry Darling, which Don't Worry Darling is kind of like Stepford Housewives, but whatever. It kind of has that vibe of, the don't if hold on, I had an itch. If you've seen the movie Don't Worry Darling, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, what I really liked about this movie is I really liked the unique concept of it, and I really liked how it was goofy but also eerie at the same time, if that makes sense. Um I really liked the character of Aries. I thought she was a really fun character. She was the best part of that whole movie. And yeah, some of the side characters were fun. I wasn't a fan of the boyfriend. I think what that was the point. It was like he's not supposed to be likable. I don't know. I didn't get a good vibe from him. I don't know. This whole movie just made me feel so uncomfortable and just so like I'm like it gave me a weird vibe. Like that I get again, they nailed it perfectly, but they also made me have an uncomfortable laugh from time to time. Um the Carnage Candy was good. If you're not someone who is not a big fan of Carnage Candy, it's not too Carnage Candy, but you know, the Carnage Candy is pretty is it's I don't know, it's stomach, like it's I don't know how to say it. It's digestible, if that makes sense. Like it's not like too bleh if you're not a fan of gore or whatever. So yeah, this movie isn't too gory. And I love how they touched on certain like subjects of certain like, you know, of certain they touched on certain subjects and without it being too heavy-handed, which I don't mind it being heavy-handed, but I also don't want it to be heavy-handed. I think they did that really perfectly here. I also I loved how they, you know, talked about, you know, obsession, toxic relationships, control, all that. I think they nailed those really, really well, in my opinion. I also really love how kind of atmospheric the movie is. The movie's kind of atmospheric in a way. It's really it plays off this kind of like secluded area, but it's not. I don't know. It's That's just my opinion. But it does it does feel very atmospheric. What I really liked about this movie too was the ending. I'm not going to say what happened, but the ending was very satisfying. I absolutely love the ending. I would, you know, because usually with movies like this, I'm not usually satisfied with how they ended it. But with this, I was pretty freaking satisfied. I absolutely love the way it ended. But yeah, kind of. So yeah, Companion. I really enjoyed it. It did make me uncomfortable. It was strange as heck. It wasn't what I was expecting, but you know what? It wasn't bad. It was good. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. So yeah. Um, I'd give it at least a what would I give it? I'd give it at least a 8.5 out of 10, or maybe just an 8 out of 10, because it was enjoyable. I did like it. There was just some elements of it that did make me uncomfortable, which if that was their intent, I think that was the point. They succeeded. But yeah. But yeah, that is my review of the movie Companion. I definitely want to do more movie reviews. Start doing more movie reviews again. I just yeah. I feel like I feel like every time I watch a movie, I don't know. I don't want to do, maybe not all the time. I don't know. Every time I watch a movie, I always don't feel like filming a review for them, so I do like a small review on my horror movie page. If I watch a horror movie, I'll do a small review on my Instagram. So I'll leave those two down below. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. You don't have to, but it's there if you want to. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, ghouls.